Good evening, everyone. I'm Keith of Keith and Kaye, my little Philipina. Today, I think I'll just discuss with you some of the jobs I've had in the past. And I'll start with when I first got out of the military years ago. I got a job at a place called Leach Corporations. That's where they build relays for aircraft. Little switches they put in the aircraft, little bitty switches called relay switches. I don't know if they still make those now, but anyway, that's what I did. My first job I had, and then they laid me off because business got slow, and I went to work for a Greyhound bus station. I was a security professional. I was lieutenant in charge of security operations, a graveyard shift. I did that for a little while. Some crazy characters down there. That's another long story I had to deal with. So I went to school. And became a certified welder. I'm a welder by trade. I did that for a while. I worked at a place called Kelly Pipe Yard where we weld a large underground pipe, all type of pipe. I even operated heavy machinery. I operated the hydro tester, the buffler, the beveler, and all that stuff. I did all that for about maybe 6 years. Then they decided to move to Texas. So I said, wow, what do I do now? So anyway, I got a job at Douglas Aircraft. It used to be an aircraft place called Douglas Aircraft where they build airplanes, commercial aircraft, military aircraft. But they sold out and sold to Boeing. But I worked at it when it was called Douglas Aircraft. And I worked there for about maybe 13 years. I was a receiver. I was a checker receiver, started out as a checker receiver on a receiving dock, and I worked my way up to management. I was a manager of the receiving dock for a while. Until they decided to sell out and they sold to Boeing Aircraft. They took over Douglas Aircraft. Long reasons behind that, but you know, it's a different story. And then from there, I went to the police academy. I said, well, let me do something different, you know. So I went to police academy since I got out of the military, honorable discharge out of the military. I went to the police academy at Rio Hondo Police Academy. I got my post in firearms and law enforcement, and I got my post in that. So I went for another job, driving a patrol car in the city of Beverly Hills. I patrolled homes of the rich people. And I mean some filthy rich people. I mean they had mansions out there, homes I have never ever thought about ever entering. I mean I never seen homes so large like that, big mansions. But I did that for a while. And we also had contracts at 7-Eleven stores all throughout the city of Beverly Hills and Hollywood. I used to get calls there and people robbed the store or the alarm system went off and I had to respond to that right away and investigate and check the area out, make my report out and all that, you know, so it was good for a while. But, you know, myself, I like to move on. I like to advance myself. So anyway, at the same time, I went to work for what they call special events. I worked as a bouncer in a nightclub where I would work at a nightclub as a bouncer. People get drunk, unruly. I would get them and throw them out. About 4 of us worked there. It's a very popular place called Victoria Station in Universal City, Universal Studios. So I worked there for a while. It's no longer there now, but I was a bodyguard there for a while, and then from there. I went to CBS Studios, where I was stage police. I worked on stage as a police. I would inspect the stage and I would make sure everything is right before the show goes on. And I had to work the door. I check people as they come in, not physically check them, but just observe them as they walked in, make sure everybody's going in safe and going to one area. But that was pretty interesting. I worked for many actors. I worked for Roseanne Barr, who's a tough cookie to work for. And I also worked for Jerry Seinfeld. He was kind of stuck-up person, but he's, some of them are like that. Then I worked for Burt Reynolds. That was the most down-to-earth person you can ever work for. I tell you, that guy was so nice. And what he would do was, whenever we go to work and everybody come on stage, he would make the crew, he would make the actors, and everybody hug and embrace each other and welcome each other. And that was a way of letting everyone know that no one's better than anyone. We're all equal, we're all the same, we're all going to work together the same. Yeah, he did a show called Evening Shade. I worked that show for a while. Then I got a job being a bodyguard for Ellen DeGeneres. I don't know if you've heard of her before, but Ellen DeGeneres, I was her stage bodyguard. I would escort her to the stage and back to her dressing room. And she was a very, very energetic woman, always dancing, always loved to dance. When she goes off stage to go to her dressing room, she put on the music in her dressing room before they call her back to the stage to do a scene. She'd be in there dancing and dressing. She was a great woman. And when she left, the day of her show, she left, she gave me a sweater. It said the Ellen DeGeneres show. I said, I'll never forget you, Keith. That was so great. I heard she moved up now, got her on another show somewhere else, doing really great. I did that for a little while, about maybe 10 years. Then I went to work for the Music Center of Los Angeles County. Now that was a great place to work. I tell you, I was a security professional then. I was watch commander on all 3 different shifts. I worked all 3 different shifts in charge of the whole complex. Did the hiring, firing, and everything else. And that was interesting because we had tourists that come through there. Tourists from all around the world, from Japan to China, Australia, New Zealand, you name it. They would come there. The bus would bring them up and they'd get out and they tour the area, tour the compound, because they have tours every day. They had tours there. And I kept me a little book that speaks in every one of the languages. I learned to say hello or hi in a different language, and I would speak to them. They were amazed. Wow, you speak my language? Yes, I do a little bit. But that was interesting. I worked there for about maybe almost close to 20 years. 20 years before I got hurt. That's where I injured my leg on the job. I had a fall, and they put me off work for a little while. But I'm okay now. But there's some of the places I worked. I drove a truck. Before. I used to deliver toys to different department stores around the city of Los Angeles. And I used to be a truck driver when I was in the military. I used to drive tactical vehicles. I drove buses, Sunday school buses, military taxis, you name it. I drove troops in the field. So I drove. So when I got out, it was easy for me to get a job as a truck driver. I did that. I did that for a while. And I've what else have I done? I've done so many things. I've worked at, where was that other place that couldn't come to mind? Mostly in the security field after I left the Greyhound bus station. And I worked in department stores as undercover. Oh, that was interesting. That was very interesting because I used to bust people stealing, and they don't know if they get something and they notice I'm watching them. Some of them would put it in them and try to walk past the registers all they had to do is put it back, and I can't do anything, you know. But once they get past those registers, then their intent was to steal. And then I grab them and take them upstairs and turn them in. And oh man, that was kind of sad too, because I arrested some kids, and they, you know, youngsters are still in school, and they're crying for their mama. And I try to tell them when I see them, put it back. What? I don't have anything. I don't have nothing. I said, I saw you put that in your pocket. I'm giving you a chance to put it back. I don't have anything. And they try to walk past the registers. Once they do that, I got them, because I spotted them take it. So I know they had it, you know. That was an interesting job, kind of crazy. But I worked in a lot of places. I had many jobs my lifetime, you know, and pretty interesting life. You know, it's so much to the story of my life, you know. And I would, in later videos, explain a little bit more about myself, so you get a chance to really know me. But right now I'm waiting on my Kaye to come out here, and we're gonna really do a lot of videos together. You're gonna see us both sitting together, giving videos. We're gonna be going places. She's gonna be doing videos on her own, and I'm gonna be doing videos on my own. And it's gonna be called Keith and Kaye, My Little Philipina, and I just can't wait for that. And it's almost coming. I think I told you in my last vlog she was getting ready to, she's scheduled for an interview. I think I told you March the 8th, but it's actually March the 14th she takes it, her interview. She takes her physical about a week before that, and then I'll go out to pick her up. She'll be on the way out here to visit me. I'll pick her up. But anyway, I just want to share that little short video vlog to you about some of the places I've worked. I think there's more, I just can't come to mind right now. But I did a lot in my lifetime. I've been to 5 different colleges. I went to colleges for respiratory therapists, and I went for a radiology tech and all that, you know. I've been to college for acting, I took business courses, language courses, and everything. I love learning. I love school and I love learning. But I did all that. And I was a very active person. I've always had to be doing something active. And anyway, I got a lot more to share with my viewers later on in different future vlogs I do. So anyway, if you like this one, please subscribe below for me. I appreciate that very much, and I want all of you to have a wonderful day. And I thank all you viewers for watching my videos. I know I'm like I said, I'm new at this, and you can't do nothing but get better, and it will. So God bless you all, and you have a wonderful day.